David Nachman with respect to today's development, and he has some more apprehensions, which once we hear from him, we will talk about that also. So stay with me as we share this short conversation with Attorney David Nachman. Namaste, welcome.
Nice to be with you, Ashok.
So there is a little technical lag, but I would seek excuse from our viewers and kindly share with us latest development with respect to foreign student visa directives from White House, where it leaves students in terms of their uncertainty and concerns, and how do you see it's likely to play out in future?
Well, Ashok, it has been quite a bit of a roller coaster ride for me and for probably a vast majority of our international student officer clients and designated student officer clients across the country, who found out a couple of days ago that students who, if their programs were going to all online, which many academic institutions did decide to do, that foreign students would not be allowed to take part in those programs, and that they would be required to either go home, or for those of them who are applying at the U.S. Consulate Office abroad for visitor visas, for student visas, would not be able to come in. And so that was a very onerous and draconian determination that was made by SEVP, and it was sent out as a broadcast and sent everyone into a tailspin. And we found out only about 2 hours ago, maybe even a little less, that, first of all, I think that we need to take a step back to say that MIT and Harvard filed the first lawsuits, which was joined later by the California system, and other states. I think about 15 states all joined in this action, which was brought before the court, I think, for argument today. And rather than for there to be an argument on a preliminary injunction, which I can explain to you what that is, it basically means that they were looking to preserve the status quo. There was a settlement, and that settlement was that SEVP has withdrawn their determination, their policy, and back to the status quo. However, of course, now, and I just heard from one of our DSO clients that there appears to be a rumor circulating that there's a possibility that this new broadcast that came out about a week ago is going to apply to new students and not to old students. So it really is maybe, it's as we spoke earlier, it's a short win, and we're not sure exactly what's going to happen. It's possible that the government has felt the wrath, if you will, of the judiciary. The executive is now going to take appropriate steps to do this policy through what's called a rulemaking, through the Administrative Procedures Act, where maybe what they do is they present this, through the rulemaking process, and that would be either a proposed rule which is deserving of public comment, or there's going to be an interim rule or a final rule, in which case it would take effect immediately. So I don't believe that the fight is over, Ashok. I think what we're looking at is maybe that this is the beginning, if you will, of the battle, but at least a line is being drawn, and we know who's gathered side of the issue.